I hope you're starting your day off with a smile. This next story is going to definitely give you a smile. Lessons about life from one of the biggest losers in horse racing. Zippy Chippy is his name. His record, 100 races run, 100 races lost. His story, though, unforgettable, quite sweet, actually. William Thomas is the author behind a book detailing Zippy Chippy's story, and William, kind enough to join us this morning to talk about this. And I was asking you, William, as you were coming to the desk here, how did you come across the story of Zippy Chippy?
Yeah, I live down in the Niagara Peninsula, and we're very close to Western New York. My girlfriend and I are hikers, and they've got a great trail system down around Canandaigua. So after I'm on the trail for 5-6 hours, I want some beer, and into a bar and chatted up with some guy, and I used to play the ponies, and the track was just down the road, so we started talking horse stories, and I get chills whenever I talk about Secretariat, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And at some point he said, well, we kind of got Secretariat the opposite here, and I said, what the hell, Secretariat the opposite? He said, well, we got a horse that went to post 100 times and lost every race. I said, you've got to be kidding. I said, that's the kind of book I want to read. Where can I buy the book?
Yeah.
And he said, there was talk of a movie, but I don't think there's a book. So I got a hold of the trainer, and sure enough, 2 people had tried to write the book. And I mean, after the horse loses 9 or 99 races, where do you go with that story?
I know, right?
So I'm a humor writer, so I quickly realized that this thing needed big hunks of humor, and that's where we are.
So tell us, though, about the lineage. I mean, you're saying, you used to tell, you've been around horses quite a while. Zippy Chippy should have flown down the track based on, like, genetics, right?
Oh, absolutely. His chart, his grandfather was Northern Dancer, the greatest Canadian thoroughbred ever. War Admiral is on his DNA chart. Bold Ruler, who was Secretariat's father, is a man of war. But as I said in the book, it was like breeding King Juan Carlos of Spain with Princess Grace of Monaco, and coming up with Prince Harry. It's not an exact science, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I mean, why? Okay, I've always thought, I'm not a horse veteran by far around when it comes to horse racing, but I've always thought, look at that picture there with the tongue hanging out. I've always thought, though, if your horse isn't winning, you stop racing it.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, because you're not making any money.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Felix, he was a lot like the horse himself. They were both stubborn, determined, never quit, and Zippy, Felix crossed that line. The trainers and owners, the word at the track is never love a horse.
Never love a horse, okay.
Because you will have to have him claimed, see him gone, one day maybe put him down on the track.
Sure.
Never love a horse. And Felix broke that rule, and Zippy sort of became his pet. They fell in together, and they were determined one day, somehow, some way, they were going to win. So, they just kept going.
Do you have a favorite story that really encapsulates Zippy Chippy, like a favorite story for you that really stands out? I mean, you talk about quite a few things that happened, but...
The one thing that I thought was just a funny line at the beginning, at one time Zippy came second twice in a row, and Felix called it his back-at-tobacco moment, right? So anyhow, he comes twice in a row, and the media hordes that were around this horse as he kept losing were amazing. So after Zippy came second twice in a row, Felix is out in front of the media, and very proudly he says, my horse, he's been losing real close lately. And on the surface, that's a very funny line, but when you start to think about it, if you try your best, you never quit, you leave it all out in the field, some days, losing real close is plenty close enough.
It's pretty good, yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Zippy Chippy, charmer.
Yeah.
Is Zippy Chippy still alive?
Still alive, he's 25. He's the star of the retirement home, Old Friends, no kidding, Old Friends Farm in Saratoga. They come to see Zippy Chippy. He is so popular, they come, they pay to see him, they buy his shirts and his t-shirt. He's now making enough money to support 22 other horses on the retirement farm who were winners.
Oh, that's so ironic.
So I
love it.
So the point being, you don't have to come first to be a winner.
There you go. Life lessons. The Legend of Zippy Chippy. Life lessons from horse racing's most lovable loser, William Thomas, the author. Funny read, too, by the way. William is a great writer. And you can get this everywhere right now, right? Like you're saying some stores are selling out, though. It's going gangbusters.
Amazon sold out the day after the publication date. So, it's really going very well. Yeah.
There you go. Zippy Chippy, Andy.
I think we've horsed around long enough, Ted.